In an unprecedented escalation of events that have gripped the nation, police reportedly stormed the residence of Economic Freedom Fighters (EFF) leader Julius Malema late last night, sending shockwaves across the political landscape. The raid comes in the wake of explosive statements made by former Minister Nathi Mthethwa, who, before his untimely death, allegedly mentioned Malema in a series of confidential communications that have now come to light. Eyewitnesses report that the raid was executed in the early hours, with heavily armed officers surrounding Malema's upscale Johannesburg home. Sources say that officers entered with a warrant linked to the ongoing investigation into Mthethwa's mysterious passing. For hours, law enforcement combed through the property, confiscating documents, electronic devices, and other materials that could shed light on the alleged connections between the two political figures. Neighbors and local residents described a tense scene, with police vans blocking the street and news helicopters hovering above. "It looked like something out of a movie," one eyewitness said. "The police were very professional, but you could feel the tension in the air." People are asking, what does this mean for Malema? Inside political circles, the ramifications of the raid are already being debated. Analysts suggest that this development could signal a turning point in the investigation surrounding Nathi Mthethwa's death. For months, rumors have circulated that the late minister's final communications contained sensitive information implicating powerful individuals, and last night's police operation has only intensified speculation. Despite the dramatic nature of the raid, there has been no official confirmation that Malema himself has been detained. EFF spokespersons insist that their leader is safe and cooperating fully with authorities, while refusing to comment on the specifics of the raid. Legal experts, however, warn that such operations are often precursors to further investigations, subpoenas, or even potential charges, depending on what evidence the police have uncovered. Political opponents have wasted no time in capitalizing on the moment. Some have called for immediate accountability and transparency, arguing that no political figure should be above scrutiny, especially when national security and the integrity of governmental operations could be at stake. Meanwhile, EFF supporters have rallied around Malema, denouncing the raid as a politically motivated attempt to intimidate one of South Africa's most vocal leaders. Social media platforms erupted with speculation, memes, and heated debate, turning the incident into a national conversation that shows no signs of abating. Experts suggest that the coming days will be critical. For Julius Malema, the question now is not just whether he is safe physically, but whether his political career could face an existential threat depending on the evidence the authorities have gathered. For the public, the raid represents both a shocking revelation and a reminder of the fragile and complex intersection between politics and law enforcement in South Africa. As the investigation unfolds, all eyes remain on Johannesburg, where the streets outside Malema's home have become a symbol of the nation's escalating political drama. One thing is certain, this story is far from over, and the coming weeks could redefine the South African political landscape in ways few could have anticipated.